G'day guys, welcome back on Living on 2 Acres, Queensland. Today's video is my 1 year update on using the BAUMR AG 20-ton petrol driven hydraulic log splitter, and I'm just going to show you how it's doing to this point, what I found about it, what happened, and how it all went in general. So let's get on with it. Now, a year ago or just over, I bought this brand new, and right away I began using it. At the start I really was excited about it, and I must say I am still very happy with how it all working and what is it doing for me. Now it was staying stationary for about 6 months. Yesterday I brought it out, fired it up without too much trouble at all, and that's what I split yesterday, just over an hour or so. And this is what I'm splitting, and I'll show you what the log splitter looks like at the moment. Now, I never had any issues over this time I was using it. I split plenty of timber and plenty of wood, I should say, for the previous winter, and that worked very fine. And everything seems to be still working quite well and copes. The only thing is that what I want to show you is you can see these log supporters. They are adjustable on this end. I suppose you can bring them up higher or lower, and this is the situation that I've got here. So last 6 months ago when I was using it, this one snapped, and then yesterday as I was splitting more logs, this here happened again. Now I don't know whether that's just low quality metal there or what is it, but yeah, that's what happens, and I fully expect the same to happen on the other sides that are still intact. I'm not going to weld it back. I'm not going to fix it that way. My thought is I'm just going to find some good metal brackets, angle brackets, and I'm just going to replace this and that. I'm just gonna grind it off, leave this pad here. I'm gonna drill right through, and I'm probably going to put a humongous bolt right through to fix both ears in place, and just gonna bolt it on. So for the future, if that happens again, all I need to do is unbolt it, take it off, and put the new one on. I just think it's better than trying to weld it. I have no such machine to allow me to weld, plus I really don't know what and how this metal gonna behave further. You can see there's a very good weld seam here, so it's not the actual problem of the weld, it's just the metal that snapped. And again, I want to stress that I don't really blame the manufacturer for this. The manual does specify that you're supposed to split logs up to 30 centimeters in diameter on this machine, but living here in Australia, who really splits that? We got gum trees, and that's what I have to deal with. I know I'm abusing the prescribed sort of specifications, but in my view, the machine, if I get it, it should be working hard, and I'm will bloody split anything I need on it. I just think the machine should be working 110% for me. So I don't know whether that snapped because I was chucking these logs on it too hard, or for whatever else reason. But I'm thinking if it's a 20-ton machine, that's a huge hydraulic force there, so I might as well split my big stuff, because here in Queensland again we have huge trees, and who really gets those little 30 centimeter logs for firewood? You find some gum trees that was felled, and gum is a reasonably good firewood, so you're just gonna split that. So in my situation, let's say here, I'll probably attempt to split that without having to halve it, just because I can. And so that's what my splitter been splitting mostly. There were some smaller logs, obviously, some of this sort of diameter, which is probably about 40 centimeters, but that's on a smaller side of the logs that I have to split. And otherwise, I must say that I still haven't got any leakages anywhere in the piping. The cylinder seems to be working well. I did notice a little bit of extra movement here, but again, that's probably because, oh sorry, I should point here. That's because I am splitting huge logs, and obviously there must be some deformation happening there, but otherwise it's all still perfectly well. You know, this hose probably from hot oil got deformed a little bit, but still it's all good. There's not a single drop of oil going anywhere other than here, but that's just a breather where it breathes. This is the obviously hydraulic oil tank, and that's just you know, what's coming out of the breather. So that's nothing. And yeah, so no regrets, although, you know, this snapped metal is disappointing. I'm not a metallurgist, so I don't know whether that's a low carbon or high carbon, and that's just, you know, instead of being bent, it just snapped. But as I said, you know, I've been chucking huge logs on it, and that's probably because of weight. In my initial video I had my doubts about the right space being here between the guides, but I discovered that that is actually quite good. It allows for larger logs to go in, so I won't do anything with that. Regarding the fuel consumption, again, I can't say how much, whether too much or too little it consumes of fuel per work hour when you split, but that fuel tank is relatively small, and you know, I can split quite a bit on one fuel tank. And so overall, you know, I'd have to give it 4.5 to 5 stars in the usage area. I'm going to disregard that bracket issue because, again, you know, as I said, I probably push it hard, that machine there, and I'm just glad to see that you know, for the huge logs which are not supposed to be according to manual split on it, it does everything quite well. One more thing, I don't know if you've seen my video about this towing attachment that I made for it. That actually works very well for me. I haven't had a single problem with it, and it's just a blessing that I can actually tow it with my ride-on mower, because otherwise it's difficult to push it. But this just allows me to hook it up and, you know, tow it to wherever I got my firewood stack and just do it there. So if you haven't seen my video on that and you're interested in doing something like that, I highly recommend you guys watch it. Well, I think that's about it. Let me know, guys, what do you think. As always, like, share, subscribe, tell the others. And I think I might actually get on with splitting the rest of this firewood. The weather is great today, and there, once I split it, I'm just gonna go and stack it. And I think this, along with what I already have, it's probably going to last me at least through next winter, maybe more. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.